Hello everyone, this is the new Topic 2 class. I'm your teacher Sumi. Well, as you all know, we're here to take a test topic, and I think all of you are very brave trying to learn a new language which is completely different from your own language. And I know all of you are studying really hard, and I'm here to help you. So I will try my best to try to help you as much as I can, okay? Well, since this is our very first class, let's talk about the test itself a little bit. TOPIK stands for Test of Proficiency in Korean Language, and the objectives are to help not-native Korean speaker to learn their language better, and also, since this is a test, to evaluate the use of Korean performance. And we have 5 chances. We have 5 different chances to take a test in a year, which is on January, February, July, October, and November. And we have 2 different tests that we can apply for to take the test. So topic 1 is for the beginners, and topic 2, which we're going to focus on in this program, is for the intermediate and advanced learners. So those are the 2 tests that you can apply for, but when you get your result, it's going to be evaluated by 6 different levels, which is level 1 to 6, and the top level is level 6. And evaluated area, for topic 1, you only have to take a test in listening and reading sections, but for topic 2, you have listening, reading, and also the writing section, which is not that easy. Okay, and let's take a look at the number of questions and allotted points. So like I said, we have listening test, reading test, and also writing test. And if you look at this one, for the listening test, we have 50 questions, and each question is going to be 2 points each, so it's 100 points. And you're going to work on this listening question in 60 minutes. And think about it. So it's going to come out non-stop, which means you have to focus on for 60 minutes, for an hour, non-stop, which means it's going to be not that easy because it's like you cannot lose your concentration, right? So this part, definitely you need some practice. And this part, reading questions, again, we have 50 questions and it's out of 100. So again, each question is going to be 2 points each, and you're going to work on it for 70 minutes. And as you go on to the bigger numbers, if you go on to the questions in the back, the text itself is going to be really long. So you have to control your time wisely. Otherwise, you won't have enough time to work on every single questions, okay? So try to try to finish every single questions from the beginning numbers in less than a minute. Then you will have enough time in the end, right? So again, 50 questions, 100 points, 70 minutes. And for writing question, even though we have only 4 questions, the score is going to be out of 100. So it's 50 questions, 100, and this one is also 100, because the very last question of writing section is writing an essay. And I know it's not that easy. You definitely need to read a lot and then try to write something in Korean so that you can work on this. So we have 50 minutes for the writing test. Okay, and if you take a look at the level determination, like I said, you're going to apply for topic 2, and if you get certain score, you're going to get level 3 to 6. So level 6, it's out of 300, right? It's out of 300, and if you get more 120 or above, you're going to get level 3. So if it's lower than 120, you get nothing, right? So you have to get at least 120, right? And for level 4, it's 150, and for level 5, it's 190. And the top level, level 6, if you get more than 230, you're going to get level 6, okay? Well, hopefully all of you here want you to get level 6, and I think you're going to if you study hard, okay? Well, yeah, so that's about it. So please keep this in mind while you're working on the preparation for the test. Then that will help you, okay? So let's move on. So this is the very first section of a listening test. We're going to take a look at question number 1 to 12 today. So number 1 to 3, this is the easiest part of the listening test. So for these questions, what you're going to do is you're going to listen to a dialogue, a conversation, and you have to find the picture that best describes the conversation. And obviously, before you listen to the dialogue, you're going to check the pictures and, somehow, somewhat they are similar. So you have to find something in common. Let's say it seems like, well, there's a Ta깃으로 fitting room, and then she seems like the one who works for this clothes shop, and he's trying to buy something, and he's trying something on, she packed something for him, and then it seems like this is a receipt, and he's trying to buy something. Well, so keep this in mind and try to think about what it's going to be about before you actually listen to the dialogue, okay? And now we'll listen to it.
다음을 듣고 알맞은 그림을 고르십시오. 한 번씩 읽겠습니다. 1번.
어서 오십시오. 무엇을 도와드릴까요?
며칠 전에 셔츠를 사갔는데 사이즈가 좀 작아서요. 더 넉넉했으면 좋겠는데요.
아, 그러세요. 그럼 실례지만 먼저 영수증을 확인해도 되겠습니까?
Okay, so there was the conversation between a guy and a woman, and the woman said, 어서 오십시오. 무엇을 도와드릴까요? Well, hello, welcome. How can I help you? How may I help you? And then the guy said, 며칠 전에 셔츠를 사갔는데 사이즈가 좀 작아서요. So a couple of days ago, I bought a shirt, but the size is too little tight. 더 넉넉했으면 좋겠는데 I want it to be a little loose. And the woman said, 아, 그러세요? 그럼 실례지만 먼저 영수증을 확인해도 되겠습니까? So for the listening test, I want you to take a little note while you're listening to it. And the guy said, I bought a shirt from here a couple of days ago and it's too tight. Can I change it? I want it to be a little loose. And the woman said, I want to check your receipt first. Let's see that. She is pointing at the fitting room, so I think it's trying to try the shirt on. So this is not true. It's not the picture that best describes the conversation. And if you look at this picture, he's holding a shirt, and probably that's the shirt that he bought a couple of days ago. And he's also holding the receipt that she asked for the receipt, so he's trying to give the receipt to her. So, well, it's good enough, right? It's good enough. Well, and let's take a look at this one. He's trying something on, not true. And she packed something for him. He's trying to take it to go. This is not the best picture. So the answer should be number 2. Number 2, he's trying to exchange the shirt that he bought to something else, right? So the answer should be number 2. And number 2, well, again, something in common. It seems like they're in the office and there's like laptops and computers, and they should spill coffee either on the desk or on herself. And in this picture, she's just drinking coffee. So let's listen to the dialogue.
2번. 왜 그래? 무슨 문제라도 있어?
커피를 마시면서 일을 하다가 노트북에 커피를 엎지르고 말았어. 컴퓨터가 꺼졌는데 빨리 닦은 후에 다시 켜봐야겠어.
잠깐! 전원을 켜지 말고 휴지를 노트북 자판 위에 덮은 다음에 노트북을 거꾸로 뒤집어서 말려야 해.
Okay, well, the guy said, 왜 그래? 무슨 문제라도 있어? 왜 그래? 무슨 문제라도 있어? What's going on? What's the problem? And the woman said, 커피를 마시면 all the important information was in this woman's line. 커피를 마시면서 일을 하다가, so I was working while drinking coffee. 노트북에 노트북에 커피를 엎지르고 말았어. 엎지르다 means to spill something. So I was drinking coffee while working. I ended up spilling the coffee on my notebook. What's notebook? Notebook is a laptop, right? So did you understand that was a key point, right? Because if you look at this one, this is not notebook. This is not a laptop. This is just a regular computer. This is not true. And this picture, if you look at this one, she spilled coffee on her laptop. So, okay, that's good. And she didn't spill it, no. And this one, she didn't spill the coffee on the laptop. She actually spilled the coffee on herself. So it's not correct. Let's read one more sentence. 노트북에 커피를 엎지르고 말았어. So I spilled coffee on my laptop. 컴퓨터가 꺼졌는데 빨리 닦은 후에 다시 켜봐야겠어. Well, now my laptop is off, so after I wipe it up, I will try to turn it back on. But if you look at this one, so these two are kind of tricky, but if you look at this one, look at the screen. There's just something on the screen, which means the computer is not off, it's still on. So number 4 cannot be the best picture that describes the conversation, so it should be number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, number 1. The answer should be number 1, right? So she spilled the coffee on the computer, on the laptop, and the laptop is off now, right? So number 1 is the correct answer for number 2. And let's move on. Okay, for number 3, it seems like it's some type of graph, right? And for this question, this is going to be a speech, and what you can guess is from the title. So 등산 안전사고 발생량, 등산 안전사고 발생량. It's all the same except for the very beginning of the title. It's 연도별, 월별, 원인별, 날씨별. Keep that in mind and focus on what the graph is about while you're listening to it. Okay?
3번. 최근 3년 동안 등산 중 안전사고로 인한 인명피해가 점점 증가하고 있습니다. 월별로 살펴보면 10월에 270명으로 가장 많았으며 9월 178명, 5월 167명, 4월 120명 순서로 나타났습니다. 결과를 살펴보면 봄과 가을에 등산 안전사고가 많은 것을 알 수 있는데요. 날씨가 좋을수록 들뜬 마음에 등산 준비를 제대로 하지 않아서 사고가 날 가능성이 높아지게 됩니다. 등산을 가실 때에는 꼭 안전장비를 잘 챙기고 정해진 등산로로만 가는 것을 잊지 마시기 바랍니다.
Okay, so how was it? This was pretty easy because the guy said 최근 3년 동안 등산 중 안전사고로 인한 인명피해가 점점 증가하고 있습니다. In the past 3 years, injury due to the hiking accidents has slowly increased, right? So it's about hiking accidents, right? And also the second sentence was 월별로 살펴보면. So 월별 is monthly, right? Monthly. 연도별 is annually. Even though you didn't even know that, you can figure that out by looking at the graph. It's 2010, 11, 12, and 13. It's annually, right? And this one is how old you are. So it's April to November. It's by the month. And 원인별 by the causes and by the weather. Okay, let's keep reading it. 월별로 살펴보면 10월에 270명으로 가장 많았고, if you take a look at it by month, in October, there were most accidents, which was 270 people. And the second one was September, 178 people, and in May, 167, and 4월, 120명, 120 people. So they were actually talking about how many people got injured because of the hiking accidents, and he was talking about it by month, right? He didn't mention any of the annual or causes or the weather. Well, he briefly mentioned about the weather, but the only thing he said was 결과를 살펴보면 봄과 가을에 spring and fall, 봄과 가을에 등산 안전사고가 많은 것을 알 수 있는데요. We can see that there are more accidents in springtime and fall season, right? So the answer should be number 2. So try to read the title carefully before you actually listen to the speech for number 3. Then that will help you a lot. Okay? And let's move on. Number 4 to 8, what we have to do for these questions is we're going to listen to a dialogue and 이어질 수 있는 말을 고르십시오. We have to find the statement, to find the sentence that is going to be the next sentence of the very last sentence of the conversation. Okay, so obviously for these questions, you have to focus on, you have to give extra attention to the very last sentence so that you know what we have to say after that sentence. Okay, and also it will help you if you read it before you actually listen to the dialogue. And we're going to listen to number 4 now.
다음 대화를 잘 듣고 이어질 수 있는 말을 고르십시오. 한 번씩 읽겠습니다. 4번. 택배기사인데요. 20분쯤 후에 도착하는데 집에 계시나요?
아니요. 지금 집에 들어가는 길인데 30분 정도 걸릴 것 같아요. 혹시 10분 정도만 기다려 주실 수 있나요?
Okay, so the guy said, 택배기사인데요. 20분쯤 후에 도착하는데 집에 계시나요? Well, I have a delivery. Will you be home in 20 minutes? So 택배기사인데요. These days, it's package, right? So you buy something on the internet, then you get it delivered by 택배, right? By the 택배기사님, right? So 택배기사인데요. 20분쯤 후에 도착하는데 집에 계시나요? Will you be at home in 20 minutes? And the woman said, 아니요. 지금 집에 들어가는 길인데 30분 정도 걸릴 것 같아요. I'm on my way home and then I think it will take around 30 minutes, right? Around 30 minutes. 30분 정도 걸릴 것 같아요. 혹시 10분 정도만 기다려 주실 수도 있나요? Can you wait for me for around 10 minutes? Can you wait for me around 10 minutes? Because for her, it's going to take 30 minutes to get home. But then this guy, the delivery person, is going to be at her house in 20 minutes. So she asked for him, can you wait for me around 10 minutes? Number 1. 죄송하지만 그건 좀 곤란한데요. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. 곤란한데요 means, well, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It's hard for me to do something. 네, 택배비는 남편분께 받겠습니다. Okay, I will get paid from your husband. I will get the money from your husband. Is that right? No, it's not right. The guy said, if he said 네, then he has to wait for her because, can you wait for me for 30 minutes? Yes. That means I will wait for you. So number 2 doesn't make sense. Number 3. 알겠습니다. 그럼 경비실에 맡기겠습니다. Oh, okay, then I will leave it at the janitor's office. Is that right? No, 알겠습니다 means okay, I will wait for you. Again, it doesn't make sense. Number 4. 아니요, 30분 동안 기다릴 수는 없는데요. Okay, it's a tricky answer, right? Because 아니요, I'm sorry, no, I can't wait for you for 30 minutes. I can't wait for you for 30 minutes. Is that right? No, it's not right. Because she asked him to wait for her for only 10 minutes, not for 30 minutes, right? So number 4 cannot be the correct answer. So the only thing that is correct is number 1. It's going to be the best following phrase. So the woman said, 혹시 10분 정도만 기다려 주실 수 있나요? 아니요, 죄송하지만 그건 좀 곤란한데요. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Right? So number 1 is the correct answer. And number 5, again, read it so that you can figure out what it's going to be about. And let's listen to the dialogue.
5번. 학교 축제 때 친구하고 같이 공연을 하기로 했어요. 그런데 춤을 출지 태권도를 할지 아직 결정을 못했어요.
두 가지를 같이 하면 되잖아요. 신나는 음악에 맞춰서 태권도를 해보는 게 어때요?
Okay, that was a very interesting conversation. The man said, 학교 축제 때 친구하고 같이 공연을 하기로 했어요. For my school festival, I'm going to be performing something with my friend. 그런데 춤을 출지 태권도를 할지 아직 결정을 못했어요. Taekwondo is a martial art, Korean martial art. 그런데 춤을 출지 태권도를 할지 아직 정하지를 못했어요. 아직 결정을 못했어요. I don't know if I have to dance or if I have to do taekwondo. And the woman said, she's suggesting something. 두 가지를 같이 하면 되잖아요. Why don't you do both of them together? 신나는 음악에 맞춰서 태권도를 해보는 건 어때요? Why don't you do some taekwondo to fun, exciting music? 두 가지를 같이 해보세요. Why don't you do both of them together? Number one, 그럼 둘 중에 하나만 선택해야 하는군요. Then I have to pick only one out of these two. No, that's not right because she suggested doing both of them together at the same time. 축제가 시작되면 사람들이 많이 몰려올 거예요. After the festival starts, there will be many people. Is that true? No, it's nothing to do about the topic. 공연에서 태권도를 보여주면 정말 재미있을 거예요. For our performance, if we do taekwondo, it's going to be so fun. No, it's not the best. 좋은 생각이기는 한데 같이 하기에는 연습 시간이 부족해요. Well, I think that's a great idea. 좋은 생각이기는 한데 we don't have enough time to practice for both of them together. 같이 하기에는 연습 시간이 부족해요. Not having enough time to do something. 연습 시간이 부족해요. So why don't you do it together? Well, I think it's a good idea, but I don't think we have enough time to practice for both of it together. So number 4 should be the correct answer. 신나는 음악에 맞춰서 태권도를 해보는 게 어때요? 좋은 생각이기는 한데 같이 하기에는 연습 시간이 부족해요. Let's move on. Number 6. Read it, and we're going to listen to the dialogue.
6번. 누나, 찌개 맛이 조금 이상한 것 같아. 도대체 찌개에 뭘 넣은 거야?
사실은 요리하면서 전화를 받다가 소금 대신 설탕을 넣어버렸어. 저녁에 다시 끓일 테니까 지금은 그냥 먹으면 안 될까?
Okay, that was even more interesting conversation than number 5. 남자, 누나, 찌개 맛이 조금 이상한 것 같아. 도대체 찌개에 뭘 넣은 거야? 찌개 is like stew, right? So Korean people, well, traditionally, we eat lots of 찌개 with rice, right? So, 누나, 찌개 맛이 좀 이상한 것 같아. Well, and 누나 is the title that you use for your older sister, right? 누나, 찌개 맛이 조금 이상한 것 같아. Well, 누나, the stew tastes a little weird. 도대체 찌개에 뭘 넣은 거야? What on earth did you put in the stew? 사실 요리하면서 전화를 받다가 소금 대신 설탕을 넣어버렸어. Well, actually, when I was making food, I got a phone call, so I put some salt. I put some sugar instead of salt. 소금 대신 설탕을 넣어버렸어. I ended up putting sugar instead of salt because of the phone call. 저녁에 다시 끓일 테니까 지금 그냥 먹으면 안 될까? Well, I will reboil it. I will try to make it again for dinner. So can you just eat it right now? 그냥 먹으면 안 될까? Number 1. 그래, 그럼 지금 다시 끓여줄게. The woman said, can you just eat it for now? I will make it again for dinner. And the guy said, okay, then I will make it again right now. 지금 다시 끓여줄게. I will boil it again right now. Well, he's not the one who's going to boil it. So, not true. The woman asked him to just have it for now. 알겠어. 조금 이상하지만 참고 먹어볼게. Well, okay. I think it tastes weird, but I will just eat it for now. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense, right? Well, 그냥 먹어 지금은. I will do it again for dinner. 다시 끓여줄게. Okay, it tastes weird. 조금 이상하지만 참고 먹어볼게. I will try to eat it. So, number 2 sounds correct. Number 3, 괜찮아. 저녁에 설탕하고 소금을 사올게. It's okay. I will buy some sugar and salt when I come back. 저녁에 설탕하고 소금을 사올게. I will buy those. Is that right? No, it seems like she already has both of them, so it's not right. 안 되기는 전화하면 찌개를 배달시킬 수 있어. What do you mean? You can't do that. 안 되기는 if we call, we can get delivered 찌개, stew. Is that right? We can deliver some food? We're not talking about that right now. She already made food. So, it's weird, but I will try to just eat it. So, number 2 is the correct answer. 알겠어. 좀 이상하지만 참고 먹어볼게. It's a very good brother, right? And number 7, we're going to listen to the dialogue.
7번. 오늘 민수 씨가 기분이 안 좋던데 무슨 일인지 알아요? 혹시 둘이 싸웠어요?
아니요. 싸운 건 아닌데 제가 민수 씨한테 실수를 좀 했어요. 도서관에서 책을 빌려달라고 부탁했는데 제가 책 제목을 잘못 알려주는 바람에 민수 씨가 도서관에서 3시간이나 책을 찾았어요.
Okay, well, the guy said, 오늘 민수 씨가 기분이 안 좋던데 무슨 일인지 알아요? Well, I saw 민수. He doesn't look happy today. 기분이 안 좋던데 무슨 일인지 알아요? Do you know why? 혹시 둘이 싸웠어요? Did you two fight? 아니요. 싸운 건 아닌데 제가 민수 씨한테 실수를 좀 했어요. Well, we didn't fight, but I made a mistake. 제가 실수를 좀 했어요. 도서관에서 책을 빌려달라고 부탁했는데 제가 책 제목을 잘못 알려주는 바람에 민수 씨가 도서관에서 3시간이나 책을 찾았어요. Well, I made a mistake. I asked him if he could borrow a book for me in the library. But 제가 책 제목을 잘못 알려주는 바람에 I gave him a wrong title, so he ended up spending 3 hours looking for the book in the library. 3시간이나 책을 찾았어요. Why can't you just call her? That's kind of sad, right? But still, so what happened? So she asked 민수 if he could borrow a book for her, and she gave him wrong title. So he spent 3 hours in the library looking for the book, right? So number 1, 정말요? 민수 씨가 화가 날 만했네요. What? Really? Now I understand why he's so upset. Okay, this sounds cool. This sounds correct, right? Number 2, 친구하고 싸웠으면 먼저 사과하는 게 좋아요. If you fight with your friend, it's better to apologize first. But she said that they didn't fight, right? So, it's not right. Number 3, 그래요? 그럼 제가 도서관에서 책을 찾아볼게요. Well, really? Then I will go to the library and look for the book. No, you don't have to do that because probably Minsu spent 3 hours and ended up finding the book. So we don't know that, but still, it doesn't make sense. Number 4, 그렇군요. Oh, I see. 부탁할 일이 있으면 언제든지 이야기하세요. If you want me to do your favor, then ask me anytime. 부탁할 일이 있으면 if you want me to do anything, just ask me anytime. Well, again, it's not right. Well, I gave him a wrong title. He's mad at me. 제가 제목을 잘못 알려줘서 3시간이나 시간을 보냈어요. Oh, I see. 민수 씨가 화가 날 만했네요. Well, now I understand why he's so upset. So, number 1 should be the correct answer. Okay, did you find number 1? Did you pick number 1? Yeah? And number 8, again, read these first before you listen to the dialogue. And if you're done, we're going to listen to it.
8번.
김대리, 그 보고서가 어느 책장에 있는지 알아요? 아무리 찾아도 안 보이네요.
그거 왼쪽 2번째 책장에 있었는데요. 아까 부장님도 그 보고서를 찾으시던데 아마 가지고 가셨나 봐요.
Okay, Kim Daddy, Mr. Kim. Daddy is the title that we use in company, right? So, Kim Daddy, 그 보고서가 어느 책장에 있는지 알아요? Mr. Kim, do you know where the report is? Which shelf it's on? 아무리 찾아봐도 안 보이네요. I've searched it everywhere, but I can't find it. So she's looking for a 보고서, a report. 그거 왼쪽 2번째 책상에 있었는데요. Well, yeah, that report was on the second shelf from the left. 왼쪽 두 번째 책장에 있었는데요. 아까 부장님도 그 보고서를 찾으시던데 아마 가지고 가셨나 봐요. Well, 부장님, it's the like higher level person. Well, 부장님, our department head was also looking for it a while ago. Probably he has taken it. So, this person, this woman, and 부장님, they were looking for the same thing. And this person, Kim Dae-ri, saw 부장님 was looking for it. So, probably the 부장님 took it. Number one. 안 그래도 찾고 있었는데 다행이네요. Oh, well, that's good because I was looking for it. Number two. 하지만 왼쪽 책장에는 보고서밖에 없어요. But on the left bookshelf, there's only a report. Then take it. If you are looking for the report, if there is a report, then take it. So it shouldn't be right. Number three. 그래서 부장님께서 그렇게 보고서를 찾으셨군요. Oh, now I understand why he was looking for the report. It's not right. 그럼 부장님이 가지고 가셨는지 확인 좀 해주세요. Then can you check if our 부장님 took it? Then because the guy said I saw he was looking for it, probably he has taken it. So the woman is asking this guy again. Then can you check if he actually took it or not? So number four sounds the best, right? 부장님도 그 보고서를 찾으시던데 아마 가지고 가셨나 봐요. Then 부장님이 가지고 가셨는지 확인 좀 해주세요. Then can you check if 부장님 took it or not? So that the answer is number four. And we have new type of question number 9 to 12. What we're going to do is we're going to listen to a dialogue and we're looking for 여자가 이어서 할 행동으로 알맞은 것을 고르세요. We have to find the action that she is going to, the woman is going to take after the conversation, okay? So it's going to be a dialogue, a guy and a woman, they're going to talk about something, and after the conversation, what the woman is going to do next. 이어서 할 행동으로 알맞은 것을 고르십시오. So again, you have to listen carefully what the woman is going to do, not the man, right? And also you have to listen more carefully on the very last part of the conversation, okay? And make sure that you take some notes while you're listening.
다음 대화를 잘 듣고 여자가 이어서 할 행동으로 알맞은 것을 고르십시오. 한 번씩 읽겠습니다. 9번. 식사는 맛있게 하셨어요?
그럼요. 집에서 직접 만든 음식을 오랜만에 먹어서 정말 잘 먹었어요. 음식을 준비하느라 힘드셨겠어요. 제가 그릇이라도 좀 씻을까요?
아니에요. 그릇도 몇 개 없는데요. 우리 과일 먹을까요?
네, 제가 준비할게요.
Okay. The man said, 식사는 맛있게 하셨어요? 식사는 맛있게 하셨어요? Did you enjoy your meal? 그럼요. 집에서 직접 만든 음식을 오랜만에 먹어서 정말 맛있었어요. Well, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It has been a while since I've had home-cooked food. I enjoyed it so much. 음식을 준비하느라 힘드셨겠어요. It must have been really hard preparing all this food. 제가 그릇이라도 좀 씻을까요? 그릇을 좀 씻을까요? That means, do I have to do some dishes for you? Do you want me to wash the dishes? 아니에요. 그릇도 몇 개 없는데요. It's okay. There are not that many dishes. 우리 과일을 좀 먹을까요? Do you want to have some fruit? And 네, 제가 준비할게요. So the most important part was the end of the conversation, right? The man said, 우리 과일을 먹을까요? Do you want to have some fruit? And the woman said, 네, 제가 준비할게요. Well, okay, I will prepare for it. So what is she going to do? Do you want to have some fruit? And then the woman said, yes, I will prepare for it. Number one, 과일을 씻어서 깎는다. Wash the fruits and peel them. Okay, that makes sense. 친구를 도와서 요리를 한다. She's going to cook some food helping the friend. Is that right? No, they ate already and he cooked all the food. They're not going to cook. 집에 가서 음식을 가지고 온다. She's going to go home and bring some food from her home. No, not true. They already ate and he made all the food. 식사가 끝난 후에 그릇을 씻는다. After they finish their meal, she's going to wash the dishes. But when the woman asked him, do I have to wash the dishes? And he said, no, I will do it. So again, this is not true. So the only sentence that is correct is number 1. 과일 좀 드시겠어요? Okay, I will prepare for it. 제가 준비할게요. Then she's going to 과일을 씻어서 깎는다. She's going to wash some fruits and peel them. So number 1 is the correct answer. And number 10. Let's listen to the dialogue.
10번.
저 외국인 등록증을 만들고 싶은데요.
아, 그러세요? 서류와 사진을 준비해 오셨지요? 먼저 여권 좀 주시겠어요? 그리고 이 신청서도 좀 써주세요. 수수료는 2만 원입니다.
네, 여기 있습니다.
죄송합니다만 이 사진은 너무 오래된 것이라서 안 되겠어요. 혹시 최근에 찍은 사진은 없으세요?
네, 다른 사진은 없는데. 아, 잠시만요. 가방 안에 있어요.
Okay, well, the woman said, 저 외국인 등록증을 만들고 싶은데요. Well, I want to make 외국인 등록증 is a alien registration card. We call it ARC card, right? 저 외국인 등록증을 만들고 싶은데요. I want to make an ARC card. And the guy said, 아, 그러세요. 서류와 사진을 준비해 오셨지요? Did you bring your documents and picture? 먼저 여권 좀 주시겠어요? Can you give me your 여권, which is a passport? So she's trying to make an ARC card. And did you bring your documents and a photo? 서류와 사진을 준비해 오셨지요? 먼저 여권 좀 주시겠어요? 그리고 이 신청서도 좀 써주세요. And please fill out this application form. So she's going to fill out this application form, 신청서. 수수료는 2만 원입니다. 수수료는 2만 원입니다. The fee is going to be 20,000 won. 네, 여기 있습니다. Here it is. And the guy said, 죄송합니다만 이 사진은 너무 오래된 것이라서 안 되겠어요. That was the key word, right? 죄송하지만 I'm sorry. 이 사진은 너무 오래된 것이라 This picture is too old. 안 되겠어요. And it won't do. You can't use this picture. So, 혹시 최근에 찍은 사진은 없으세요? Don't you have any more like recent picture? 최근에 찍은 사진은 없으세요? And the woman said, 네, 다른 사진은 없는데. Oh no, I don't. 잠시만요. Oh, wait a moment. 가방 안에 있어요. 가방 안에 있어요. I have one in my bag. I have one in my bag. So what is she looking for? She's looking for a picture, a recent picture, because she gave him an old picture and it won't do, he said, right? So she is going to take out the picture from her bag, right? 여권을 보여준다. Show him the passport. Nope. 신청서를 작성한다. Fill out the application form. Nope. 가방에서 여권을 찾아본다. She's going to look for the passport in her bag. No, not 여권, not the passport. 사진을 찾아서 직원에게 준다. She's going to find the picture and then give it to the guy. Is that right? Yes, that was right. So the answer should be number 4. 사진을 찾아서 직원에게 준다. So to get this question correct, you had to listen to the keyword, which was 사진, right? 사진. Okay, I hope you all pick number 4. 사진을 찾아서 직원에게 준다. Let's move on. Number 11.
11번. 그렇게 하면 안 열리는데. 건물로 들어가려면 카드를 대거나 비밀번호를 눌러야 해요. 비밀번호 모르세요?
아, 그래요. 제가 여기 이사 온 지 얼마 안 돼서 아직 잘 몰라요. 어떻게 해야 하나요?
관리실에 가서 아파트 동과 호수를 이야기하면 카드도 주고 비밀번호도 알려줘요. 카드는 버스카드처럼 사용하고요. 카드가 없을 때에는 비밀번호만 누르면 돼요.
아, 그렇군요. 감사합니다.
Okay, well, the guy said, 그렇게 하면 안 열리는데? Well, if you do that, it won't open. 건물로 들어가려면 카드를 대거나 비밀번호를 눌러야 해요. If you want to go into the building, you have to place your card or you have to press the entrance code. 비밀번호를 눌러야 해요. 비밀번호 모르세요? Don't you know the entrance code? And the woman said, 그래요? Oh, really? 제가 여기 이사 온 지 얼마 안 돼서 아직 잘 몰라요. It hasn't been that long ever since I moved here. I don't know that well. 어떻게 해야 하나요? What should I do? What should I do? 관리실에 가서 아파트 동과 호수를 이야기하면은 관리실에 가서 아파트 동과 호수를 이야기하면 카드도 주고 비밀번호도 알려줘요. So 관리실, so like apartment complex, there's always 관리실. So there are some people who guard for the apartment people and they take care of little stuff. Right? So if you go to janitor's office, they will let you know the passcode. They will let you know the entrance code, and also they will give you the card. If you tell them your apartment and unit number, 카드는 버스 카드처럼 사용하고요. You can use it like a bus card. 카드가 없을 때에는 비밀번호만 누르면 돼요. If you don't have a card, you can just press the entrance code. 그렇군요. 감사해요. So, what is the situation? She's new here. She just moved in and she doesn't know how to go into the building, right? So this kind guy is helping her, saying that if you want to go into the building, you have to place your card or press the entrance code, right? And she doesn't know. She doesn't have the card. She doesn't know the entrance code. So the guy is also saying that if you don't know that, if you don't have it, you can go to janitor's office, 관리실, and let them know the apartment number and the unit number. Then they will give you the the entrance code and also the card that you have to use. Okay, so what is she going to do? She said, okay, thank you very much. So obviously she needs to go into the building, so she needs that. So she's going to go to 관리실 and get those. 버스 카드를 사용한다. She's going to use bus card. No. Why would she do that? She can, once she get the card, she can use it like a bus card. No, she's not going to use it the bus card, right? 관리실에 문의하러 간다. She's going to go to 관리실 and ask for it. Is that right? Yeah, it seems right. It sounds correct. 아파트 동호수를 누른다. She's going to press the apartment and the unit number. Is that right? No, she's not going to press that. That's not the entrance code. She needs those numbers to get the card, right? 출입문에 비밀번호를 입력한다. She's going to press the entrance code. Is that right? No, she still doesn't know that, right? Because the guy didn't tell her. The only thing he told her is that you have to go to janitor's office and they will let you know that. So she doesn't know that. So the answer should be number 2. She's going to go to janitor's office and she's going to ask for it. 관리실에 문의하러 간다. Should be the correct answer, right? And number 12. We're going to listen to the dialogue.
12번. 지난주에 본 면접 결과는 어떻게 됐어요?
아직 이메일이 안 왔어요.
그건 홈페이지에서 직접 확인해야 해요. 회사 홈페이지에 들어가서 오른쪽에 보면 공지사항이 있어요. 거기에 합격자 발표가 있어요.
네, 찾았어요. 합격자 발표를 누른 후 다음에는요?
이름하고 생년월일을 쓰고 확인을 누르면 돼요. 해보세요.
Okay. The man said, 지난주에 본 면접 결과는 어떻게 됐어요? Have you heard back from the interview last week? So, interview 면접. 지난주에 본 면접 결과는 어떻게 됐어요? 아직 이메일이 안 왔어요. No email yet. So she didn't get the email yet from the interview. 그건 홈페이지에서 직접 확인해야 해요. You have to check it directly from their website. 회사 홈페이지 들어가서 오른쪽에 보면 공지사항이 있어요. If you go on the company's website, there is a notice there is a notice board on the right. So on the right, there is a notice board. 공지사항. And the successful candidates notice it's there. So 합격자 발표가 있어요. 거기에 합격자 발표가 있어요. So what do you have to do to check if you pass it or not? You have to go into their website and then you have to press the notice board and successful candidates. Okay. And the woman said, 네, 찾았어요. Well, she's currently doing it, right? So 네, 찾았어요. Well, I found it. 합격자 발표를 누른 다음에는요. So what do I have to do after I press successful candidates? 이름하고 생년월일을 쓰고 확인을 누르면 돼요. So now she's on that website and she pressed the successful candidates notice. So what do I have to do after that? So what do you have to do? 이름하고 이름하고 생년월일을 쓰고 확인을 누르면 돼요. You need to enter your name and date of birth and press enter. Right? So 이름하고 생년월일을 쓰고 확인을 누르세요. 자, 해보세요. 지금 해보세요. Try it. 해보세요. So they're currently checking it on the website. So, number 1, 다시 이메일을 확인한다. She's going to check the email again. No, because they're not going to email her. Not true. 이름과 생년월일을 입력한다. She's going to type in her name and date of birth. Is that right? Yeah, because to see the result, you have to type these in. So, that's correct. Number 2 should be the correct answer. Number 3, 회사 홈페이지 주소를 알려준다. She will let him know the address for the homepage. No. She's already on the homepage. And number 4, 공지사항에서 합격자 발표를 누른다. She's going to press successful candidates notice in the notice board. Is that right? No. Still, it's not right. She already did it. So the only possible thing that she's going to do is 이름과 생년월일을 입력한다. So the answer should be number 2. Okay, and that was our very last question for today. Well, so far, not that bad, right? So if you listen carefully, you can get most questions correct. So, but still, like I said, you always need practice. One of the reasons is because you're going to focus on for 60 minutes non-stop, right? And it needs practice. You need practice for that. Okay, well, thank you for everything for a long lecture, long class, and I'll see you later. Bye.